Rajendra Chola I was the son of the famous Rajaraja Chola I. During his reign, the Chola Empire reached its greatest height. Cholas became one of the most powerful empires in the world, both on land and at sea, while many Indian kings focused only on land battles. Rajendra was different. He understood the importance of the sea and built one of the most advanced navies of the medieval period. Rajendra was not just a great warrior, he was also a wise leader and statesman. The famous Ganges expedition, also called the Chola expedition to the Ganges, was a major military campaign led by Rajendra Chola I. It showed the peak of Chola power and took their influence far beyond south into the Gangetic plains of north. The expedition began because of a family dispute over the throne of Vengi in present-day Andhra Pradesh. Vengi was located right between two massive empires, the Cholas and Western Chalukyas, that hated each other. When the king of Vengi, Vimaladitya, died, he left behind two sons who both wanted to rule. Rajaraja Narendra was the rightful king of Vengi. Rajaraja Narendra, the older son. He was the pro-Chola prince because his mother was a Chola princess. Rajaraja Narendra was the son of King Vimaladitya and Queen Kundavai. Kundavai was Rajendra Chola's sister. So, Rajaraja Narendra was Rajendra's nephew. Vijayaditya VII, the younger half-brother. He was anti-Chola and wanted to rule Vengi without being a puppet for the Cholas. Rajaraja Narendra's half-brother, Vijayaditya VII, wanted the throne for himself. When Vijayaditya VII kicked his brother out and took the throne, it wasn't just a family argument. It was a direct insult to the Cholas. The real danger was that Vijayaditya VII didn't stop there. He made friends with the kings of Kalinga and other northern regions. This created a huge wall of enemies that blocked the Cholas from moving north. Feeling threatened, Rajaraja Narendra asked his uncle, Rajendra Chola I, for help. Rajendra Chola realized that as long as his nephew was not on the throne, the Cholas would have enemies at their front door. Rajendra sent a powerful Chola army to Vengi. The army was led by his trusted general and younger brother Arayam Rajarajan. The Chola forces defeated Vijayaditya and his allies. They restored Rajaraja Narendra safely to the throne of Vengi. After this victory, Rajendra decided to go further. He wanted to punish the kings who had supported Vijayaditya. His goal was not to capture their lands permanently, but to show that the Cholas were the strongest power. What started as help for his nephew turned into a large military march to the north. The Chola army's unstoppable march began in Vengi, cutting through the kingdom of Kalinga and defeated Indraratha. They pushed deep into the wilds of Sakarakotam and defeated Narasimhavarman, then Kosala kingdom, and defeated Chandihara before sweeping across Adda. From there, they stormed through Dandabukti and defeated Dharmapala, then Takana Ladam and defeated Ranasura, finally reaching Vangala Desam and defeated Govinda Chandra on their way to the banks of the mighty Ganges. This was a very long overland march of hundreds of kilometers. The army passed through thick forests, marshes, and enemy lands. The campaign lasted about 2 to 3 years. Unlike kings who wanted to stay and rule every inch of land they touched, Rajendra was more interested in prestige and dominance than permanent occupation. For most of these kings, like those in Kalinga and the palace, Rajendra didn't replace them with Chola governors. He let them keep their thrones, but they had to admit he was the supreme emperor. They had to pay tribute to the Chola capital. The only kingdom that stayed permanently connected to the Cholas was Vengi, because his nephew Rajaraja Narendra was the king. Vengi became a protectorate. It acted as a massive buffer zone that protected the Chola heartland from any future northern invasions. As a sign of their complete defeat, the conquered kings had to carry pots of Ganges water on their heads all the way back to the Chola kingdom in the south. Once the water reached the south, the Chola army mostly withdrew from the north. This sacred water was used to fill the huge Kolagangam, a 16-mile-long man-made lake in the new capital, Gangaikonda Cholapuram. This was one of the largest engineering projects of the 11th century. Because of this great achievement, Rajendra earned the proud title Gangaikonda Cholan, meaning the Chola who conquered the Ganges. This expedition remains one of the most impressive military campaigns in Indian history. If Rajendra had stayed to rule Bengal, his army would have been spread too thin. By returning to the south, he kept his empire strong and focused, allowing him to launch his next massive mission, the naval invasion of Southeast Asia.